So a few months ago, when the beef started, was around what, May? So a few days after it ended, it's because my feed started to pop up with reaction to Not Like Us. And I was like, what's this? Put on one. I don't remember which one was the first one, but I've probably seen all the big major ones that you probably know. So Screwface John, Knox Hill, Jay Black, No Life Shack, because I know No Life Shack from even before that. And No Life Shack is a channel that I keep coming back to every once in a while because I watch a lot of quote unquote garbage. He's not garbage channel. He's a very good channel. Go subscribe to him. He's really great. But through these reactor guys, I was aware of this rap beef. Got into Kendrick. I never liked Drake's music whatsoever. I didn't really listen to any rap music. I'm not really that guy. I've been off music since the start of the 2000s. So I'm not really an expert in anything, let alone in rap culture, hip hop culture. I am not only a tourist, I'm like a drone from like 50,000 miles away. I just look at it. I enjoy it. I don't mix around with it. However, I really got invested in Kendrick because I kept going on, oh, it's this thing, it's that thing. He's not really a good rapper. He is the greatest rapper ever. So the dichotomy was all over the place. I really liked the way he handled himself during the beef. So I went back in his discography because I've never heard about him. I tangentially heard about the beef between Lamar and Drake forever. I don't know how I heard it, but I knew there was a beef until the actual diss that was going back and forth. And I started to listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar's stuff, and I really enjoyed it, especially his latest album, which when it actually dropped, I already went through his other stuff that he made. So when GNX dropped, I love almost every song in it. I actually don't like GNX because I think it's just a throwaway song. So I was really excited to see what is going to happen with this halftime performance. I don't care about the Lil Wayne stuff. Never listened to Lil Wayne. Don't care if he's the GOAT or not. Don't care if Kendrick is the GOAT or not. I'm not even in this debate. I just like to listen to the music and I stay in my lane. Don't give a fuck. Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl, halftime show. Hopefully, copyright, God's willing. Let's see if the NFL or Apple kind of give it away a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I've turned down the volume a little bit so we can enjoy this. First of all, I love the presentation. It kind of has that, first of all, that tic-tac-toe game. That's one thing. Plus, it gives you that sort of tapping into the Squid Games kind of a thing. So the presentation is great. It's fantastic.
Salutations! It's your Uncle Sam, and this is the Great American Game.
Somebody whacked up yours. It's the start of it. It's the start of it. Tell me in the comment section down below which song this is. Is it an old song, or is it a song that didn't make it into one of the albums? I absolutely have no idea. I didn't recognize it when it started. And again, I just skipped most of the songs just to make sure I watched the song. And even that, I didn't watch the whole thing. So it's going to be interesting because, again, I've watched snippets of this. Yeah, let's see. GNX car in display. Hey, so again, don't know what song it is, but there's a layered sort of you know, that number ones, number twos. Okay, I got it. Let's go.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
Uh-oh. Maybe that's what everybody said the politics came in. The revolution already has started. And yeah, I love the fact that this whole set, this whole thing, because Kendrick is Kendrick, everything is measured. So the set list is telling you a story, okay? Telling you a story. And he's using Sam Jackson, the great and powerful Sam Jackson, to give you sort of that narrator look of, okay, you've gone too far here. Squabble Up is a little bit too much for the TV audience. Reel it back and do something that kind of fits the palate of the people. It's really strange not to hear the N-words from Kendrick because he's very expressive. I, of course, can't say the N-word. It's, it's not proper. But he dumbed it down for the Super Bowl. No N-words. Interesting. In a Super Bowl that had the Black national anthem, hey, I guess it's Apple and the Super Bowl and the NFL told to dumb it down. I'm pretty sure we're not going to hear the B word too. Love this set. It's not a stage, it's a full-on production. I'm pretty sure when you're in the crowd, it sucks because you can't see nothing. You have to look at the Jumbotron as a TV kind of setup for a halftime show. It's great. It looks like a video. Stop. I have to because of reaction stuff. I just noticed his jacket says PG Lang at the back. I now I need to know what's in the front. He keeps dancing, so it's pretty hard to see. I've never heard of SZA before starting to dive into Kendrick Lamar's stuff. If she feels like an old school late 90s R&B singer, and I've heard that before. Maybe it's on her album or something. I haven't heard SZA's albums before, but I have heard most of Kendrick's stuff, at least his own albums. So
Talking about, that's what America wants now.
see, I'm getting back to what I started with Sam. It's like he's the narrator. He's the guy that, look, this is what everybody wants. This poppy, cool, calm stuff. Not this squabble up kind of a craziness or like that. Now it's coming.
Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Oh shit, the crowd is going crazy. Everybody in that crowd said A minor. Like I said, got up this morning, put on the thing, just heard snippets. I wanted to see if he actually did it. Heard the John Stockton bit, and I just shut it off. And it's like, oh my God, he did it. It's a sanitized version for sure. I'm going to get to it at the end of the reaction. One last time, just to give props to the Pop-Out Show back in LA in Juneteenth. Let's go, Kendrick.
No.
Serena's crip walking all over Drake. Oh my God. First, he did it with Whitney, with the Family Matter bit in the video back in, what was that, July? Now Serena's crip walking all over Drake. That was Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. Look, in the circles I'm at with the people I talk to on semi-regular basis through the internet, whether it's on X, DMs, or whatever, or just openly public, they said the show sucked. I thought the show was absolutely fantastic. The only problem is it's a show very well suited for a TV audience. For the crowd, for the audience in the stadium, especially in a halftime show, if you're not into Kendrick, it's probably not for you. If you're not expecting anything crazy, not for you. But even if you were, you needed to look at the Jumbotron to enjoy the visuals. The visuals were phenomenal. I didn't see anything that was visually politically charged. I thought it was very much like a very American thing. Like the Super Bowl is very American oriented thing. He built up this whole thing. I recognize almost every track except for the first one, which description down below. Maybe it's a deleted track, maybe something he didn't release. I don't know. I did not recognize it, but he was standing on the Grand National, and that that song was not in GNX. I've listened to GNX a few times, the whole album. It's fantastic. You should definitely go Spotify, Apple, whatever you want. Just go listen to it. It's absolutely phenomenal. And going back into Kendrick's other albums, it's the most poppy, the most let's say the easiest thing to listen to when you go into Kendrick Lamar stuff. Me being a completely novice and full-on culture tourist at this point, but we'll put that aside. What I found interesting is it goes into like more of a, you know, some of the hard stuff. So Squabble Up, then Humble, then DNA. And then it goes into Euphoria, which is, you know, it's the Drake diss, but it doesn't go that far. Then wheels it back into Man of the Garden. All those things are pretty hard listening to, maybe except Euphoria, but he didn't sang the whole thing. Plus, it's a diss song, so it's a little bit off. It's not from an album. Then he went to Peekaboo, Luther. After Luther, yeah, the other song was SZA that I didn't quite recognize. Comment section down below, tell me what it was. I've heard it before. I just don't know where it's from. And finishing off with Not Like Us, a sanitized version for sure. But he did get the crowd to say A minor, and the entire crowd said A minor. And he had, I think it was Serena Williams doing the creep walk. If it's somebody else, if it's his wife with blonde hair, then I'm sorry. It looked like Serena, and it ties into the song too. And then finished off with TV off, because you turn off your TV because the show's over. And it ends up, if you look at the crowd, it says game over. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Scrolling through the trash, can't believe my eyes. Worthless vids, man, no surprise. Stupid thumbnails, faces all deranged. Looking for gold, all I find is strange.